In 2018, 70 women have died from family and domestic violence nationally. 19 children have lost their lives nationally. In the town of Port Hedland in 2018, police have responded to 1,210 incidents of domestic violence. 581 instances in 2018, children were present. On average, at least one woman a week is killed by a partner or former partner in Australia. In 2018, we have exceeded this number.
Well, what concerns me most is that, this culture of domestic violence and family violence has become such a norm that we've often swept the conversation completely under the rug. It's often treated as a woman and a child problem, and I think that it's very important for us as men in the community to get involved and really raise our voices as a part of this conversation.
Growing up in Port Hedland, I've seen a lot of domestic violence being part of the community and a part of homes, part of friends and families' lives, as well as mine. This norm of growing up with family, friends, parents, aunties, uncles, being abused at home and anywhere else, I guess, isn't right. To have little brothers, to be able to grow up and to think that they might be exposed to this one day in their lives is definitely hard on me, wanting the future generation not to have to experience something that I have.
The major components around a lot of family violence are excessive alcohol consumption and particularly the ice epidemic. If you really want to be able to make a difference in this space, the biggest possible win would be educating from a very early age so that parents of people who might end up in this situation are already inculcating good manners and respect for women.
I think it's the unspoken nature of it. We're aware that it's there. We see evidence of it. We see it, through the children, through the spouses, in the relationships, and it still remains sort of, undercover. It isn't out there. It isn't addressed in a way that it could be.
One of the main things that I see is the fear that it causes amongst families and how it breaks up a functional family. A family that's been affected by family violence, I guess the first thing I think of is fear. The way you see people react, they shrink into themselves, they won't talk to you. It's not just physical abuse, it's also mental and emotional abuse. Family violence is one of these things that's been brushed under the carpet for so long. Family violence, as part of our history as a human race, has been something that's happened behind closed doors. I really feel that's something that needs to be brought out into the light. It needs to no longer be hidden. People need to talk about it and be honest with each other about it. Don't be scared to tell people what's going on, how you're feeling. If you talk to the police, it is in confidence, and we will act on your behalf in a positive way. We are here to support you and we will help you. A lot of men are scared to come forward for feeling like they're looking like they're weak, but you're not weak for coming forwards and getting the support that you need. It's actually a sign of strength to be able to deal with these people that are offenders, bring them to light and bring them to justice.
Men take a lot on board and it builds up and builds up and builds up and then it explodes. And they don't have that support network or they're not prepared to reach out and ask for it. So if you are feeling that way, lean on a mate, lean on a family member and talk to someone. Try and get it out in the open because it's the best way that you can sort of try and deal with it.
Hedland says no to family violence.
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 Hedland says no to family violence.